y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess, and I have some notes today, y'all. But we're going to be discussing energy givers versus energy drainers, intentional living in my golden years. Yes, we are. I'm going to also list several scriptures in the description box below for you to go and look up if you feel like you need to look them up. So, what is energy givers and energy drainers, and what is this all about? Intentional living in my golden years. Well, I've made a few notes, so I'm going to talk to you about that. But intentional living in my golden years means making thoughtful and purposeful choices, prioritizing what truly matters, like faith and family, health, peace, and simplicity. Letting go of the clutter mentally, physically, and emotionally. On my channel, done a declutter challenge, but there's other areas that we can also declutter, our mind being one of them. Creating new rhythms that restore, not drain us. Saying yes to joy and no to guilt. Using your life experiences to bless others. Examples of an energy giver would be gardening, harvesting, silence, morning devotionals, prayer time, uplifting conversations with children, your spouse, or your friends, preserving food for your family, kitchen activities. These all help me to feel accomplished and energized. Examples of energy drainers would be clutter and overwhelming messes. Do you have someone in your home that always drops their clothes in the middle of the floor and they never put them in the laundry hamper? Or maybe you have a son or daughter that never puts the trash bag back into the can even though they've taken the trash out. Doing half jobs means that you're draining energy from someone else. You need to do the full, complete job yourself. Overcommitting. I have overcommitted so many times in the past. Uh, Maybe doubling up on appointments. If you're a doctor or school teacher, you got back to back appointments with parents. Being overcommitted can drain your energy very, very quickly. Women are naturally multitaskers. We take on roles that most people would not take on, and we multitask throughout the day, but we should be delegating instead of multitasking. Skipping meals can be a real energy drainer because your body needs fuel to function. Or maybe you're not resting when your body is telling you need to take a break. So, rest is very, very important, and I was blessed to have a pastor tell me as a young mother it was okay for me to take naps. Uh, Not letting go of things that don't serve a purpose. That can be a real energy drainer because sooner or later you're going to have to face that. Whatever it might be, you're going to have to face it and deal with it. As I have aged, I have realized that the majority of my life has been taking care of others and failure to take care of my own personal well being, my physical well being, my mental well being, etc., etc. As a woman, I am naturally a nurturer. And so my days were filled with taking care of my children and my then husband, making sure everybody was fed nutritious meals, their clothes were clean, the house was clean, and on and on and on, taking children to certain activities, doctor's appointments, etc. And so over the years, I stopped caring for myself. Then came the empty nester syndrome, where your children move away from home and all of a sudden you're left with just you and your spouse and you don't know what to do with your time. Been there, done that. Or maybe you are a grandma and grandpa taking care of grandchildren. And now that responsibility has fallen on your shoulders for whatever reason. And there's still no time for you. These can be energy drainers, big time energy drainers. So, what is this? Why does this matter more now in your latter seasons of life? In your latter seasons of life, you may still be feeling overwhelmed by all of the things that you should have done, could have done, or would have done. But there is a way to cope with this, and I hope this video helps you out just a little bit of learning to slow down and reflect upon what is taking your energy away and what is giving you energy. For me, I had to find myself again. You know, when you're growing up, you know who you are, what you're going to be, what you're going to do with your life, and then life and reality hits you flat in the face and you are in a stuck mode of life. When you reach your golden years, you may have to continue to work, which can be draining, especially as we age. But there are things that can bring us joy and happiness and revitalize us in so many different ways. One of the ways that I shifted intentionally was by journaling. I do what brings me joy. So I journal what brings me joy. It might be a quote that someone said, it might be a song lyric, it might be a Bible verse, but I'm going to write it down in a book so that I can go back and I can reflect upon that when I need to. I've learned to schedule in rest. Pay attention to how your body is reacting. If you are feeling very lightheaded, disoriented, or you might be overexerted and breathing heavy, those are all telltale signs that your body needs rest. Now, it might be a 5 or 10-minute rest, it might be a 20-minute, 30-minute, or an hour nap. Whatever your body requires, you need to be paying attention to that. So that helps me to revitalize. That little nap time or that little 10-minute rest where I close my eyes and just sit back for a few minutes really does revitalize me. I start my day in peace and quiet. I no longer have the television and the radio going in the background as background noise. I have discovered that I am energized in the silence of the day. My my energy peaks when I go outside. I'm getting sunshine, I'm getting exercise, and those things are helping me to become more energized. Tips to minimize the drainers, that energy drainer that's coming on. Learn to say no without guilt. That was number one for me. I had to learn how to say no and to accept that other people may not understand that and be able to walk away from the drama that is happening. Simplifying your spaces is another way to minimize that energy drainer, because when you sit and look at a pile of clutter all day long, knowing that it needs to get done and there's nobody else to do it but you, can really drain your energy. And lastly, I focus on my health and my peace because for so many years I did not focus on me Now is the time that I'm focusing on myself and getting my health back and finding peace in my life. It's not about being perfect. No one is perfect, but it is about finding perfection in the little things. Listen to your body, your mind, and your spiritual needs. You don't have to be rushed. Use your own wisdom when you can, and read your Bible for God's wisdom to help you through the tough times. What's the one energy giver that you're going to prioritize this week? Let me know in the comments. Share with me your energy givers and those energy drainers in the comments. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching my channel. Thank you for the many comments, the likes, the friendships, and for sharing this content out. Take a moment and watch all of the advertisements because that is how I get monetized and get paid. I appreciate each and every one of you for your time and your patience. And y'all, I have this special content over here I think you might like.